Hello, my name's Daryl Wellberg, and I'm still a Jehovah's Witness in good standing, but this video isn't approved by JW.org. They didn't make it, I made it. I work for Jesus Christ, I don't work for any man. This is part 2 of the article, of the videos that I'm making here, in reference to this MAK idiot, or MKT idiot, or whatever he is, MKT, son of Ra, Sarah, whatever his name is this week, who knows, he'll change in a week or two. This guy's the most illiterate buffoon I've ever met. But he posted some letters in a video, and I happened to scroll through it. I didn't watch his video. The guy can't even talk right. I can't even follow what he says. He's an idiot. But he did make some interesting screenshots. Well, they weren't really screenshots. Will somebody please show that moron how to do screenshots so people can read? Take some lessons in computer. He's supposed to be some professor or something. He's a professor over crack. He's a crackhead. Idiot. Anyways, he made this video about some of these letters here. I'm going to go through these and punk him out. But first of all, I wanted to do the comments. I've already punked out that letter, or the article from USA Today. That woman that wrote that article was an idiot. She didn't know how to write articles. I don't know why, but she didn't. She didn't. Who knows? Maybe someday they will learn how to do it, but for right now, they didn't get it done. The first thing I want to do here is go to his video. Now, his video is entitled Daryl Willyberger and the JWs are ex-cons and cover up murder and child sex abuse. And these are the comments on this stupid idiots. The first comment is by the child molester named Denise Hedberg. And here's what she says. I'm sure he will say the letter is a lie also. I don't know which letter she's referring to. The minds of JWs are so controlled that they cannot see their not reporting to the authorities causes the predators to be loosed on the very communities that they say they are trying to save. Really? Like your husband that you didn't report for years? Watched him probably abuse your daughter and probably helped him? You're a child molester. Your best buddy was Bobby Ploss, another child molester. So you're just a big old fat hypocrite, and you're a pig. You don't clean your house or your body. You need to bathe and clean your house first. Plus, she says, wrongdoers know that if they offend the org, they will not be turned into authorities. And that makes a haven for predators. Don't you have spell check? Spell check? Why don't you check it? Since they like to use Mosaic law, they should think through. We don't use the Mosaic law. We're no longer under the Mosaic law. Idiot. In those days, God would send a prophet to the people and let them know they needed to correct their wrong or face the wrath of God. They would have to repent and change, or the earth could swallow them up. You've been watching too many TV shows there, pal. And listening to too many evangelists. These days, the org and the org's members hear from every angle that what they are doing is wrong, yet they deny it, justify it, say things like Jehovah will fix it. God is waiting to see if they will fix it. How many times do they need to be told how wrong they are? The org said they will not change. They hasn't gotten better in the 38 years I have been out. You've been out for 38 years? Good, I hope it's another 38 years because you're just stuck on stupid, saying you're an apostate. And you didn't quit on your own. You were DF'd or kicked out by Jehovah God. Okay? If it was truly God's organization, people would be damaged after they leave, not while they are in the organization. He says there is no list. Zakim knows differently. We know differently. Watchtower was fined $4,000 a day for not releasing the list to the courts. No, they were not. No skin off their teeth. Donation money pays all the fees and fines. That's a lie. Watchtower was not fined $4,000 a day for not releasing the list. There was no list. They was looking for information. Idiot. Denise Hedberg. He will go all out on this. He does have a filthy mind. Oh, and you don't? You're the one talking about it here. He does not show the fruits of the Spirit, but the fruits of the flesh as a checklist for all he is. His religion even gives him no privileges. He can't even carry a mic. He says that is all right with him. That says they do not like what he does either. He does not follow theocratic direction, yet wants to bring people back into a religion that even he doesn't follow. That makes him a walking hypocrite. Yet he is blind to all the wrong he does. He cannot prove what he says about me or any of us. Yes, I can. I got proof of it. Just you making these comments here is proof that you're stuck on stupid and that you're a molester. Is your husband in prison for molesting your daughter? Does your daughter talk to you? Hey, there's proof. I have never even been in jail, but he did things way worse. Okay, now here she says, I don't worry because I know it isn't fact. I have never even been in jail, but he did things way worse. I didn't molest any kid. I have never harmed a child. Yes, you did, your own. He makes things up in his filthy head and it spews it as fact. So I pray for Daryl to wake up. Yeah, who, to Satan? If he doesn't, Jesus will hold him accountable for all the sick things he has said, and Daryl should fear Judgment Day. You're the one who needs to fear Judgment Day because you're an apostate and you mock Jehovah God. He will have to stand in front of his Creator and answer for what he has done and said to others. He should be scared. Jesus does not know him. He still denies Jesus every Passover. Are you a moron? The Passover this year is on April 7th, and I'll be recognizing the memorial of Jesus Christ, you dipstick. Denise Hedberg. I know, right? MKT, the moron. Didn't catch that one. Yeah, you can't carry the mics. It's not that I can't carry the mics, you dipsticks. I don't want to carry the mics. I could get the privileges. I don't want them. Try to focus on that, will you? Denise Hedberg. Yep, he admits he has no privileges in the hall and wears it like a crown. I think she means to say. We know he is just loving hearing his lies. MKT. MKT again. And Daryl Willyberger, I want your views to go up. We need more JWs to stumble out of the pseudo-truth. Denise Hedberg at MKT. I said it all for his benefit. He cannot disprove that the org is a haven for criminals. Yeah, I know. Paul was a criminal. David was a criminal. Boy, you want more? The Apostle Paul, criminal. David was a criminal. Need some more? I think those two should suffice. But they were criminals before they came into the truth. I didn't kill any Christians. Paul did. I didn't murder some guy because I wanted his wife, but David did. So you want to talk about criminals? You dipsticks. It is funny that he has stopped Bible studies and thinks he can bring people back to the organization. I haven't stopped a single Bible study. If the Bible study was stopped, it's Jehovah God who stopped it because the people weren't getting anything. They weren't making progress. His higher views were because people were using his videos to show how nasty and mean JWs can become if they swallow Watchtower hook, line, and sinker. He has stopped more Bible studies than we have. Poppycock, you're a liar. He hates it that I pray for him. I want him to find Christ and let Christ into his heart. Hey, trust me, Christ is more into my heart than he'll ever be in yours. You're an apostate. MKT at Denise. He needs it big time. He thinks that he is on the same level of Jesus, calling people names and classifying them in disgusting sexual categories. Oh, you're a crackhead. He is not showing any kind of divinity in his heart. There is nothing worth anointing in him. You idiot, I'm not here addressing the public. Most of the public don't even know this channel exists, you stupid idiots. I'm here addressing the 11.4 million people that might come here. Some of them were you before you committed blasphemy. You're idiots. That's who I'm after. The ones who aren't completely idiots yet. They haven't mocked God. They haven't blasphemed God. You both have. MKT. At one point in the documentary, I felt as though I was watching Criminal Minds. Yeah, you probably were. You look at yourself in the mirror, you're a crackhead, you sell crack cocaine to kill kids around the corner. Yeah, that's criminal. Badge. We all know why a man would have no privileges in the hall. Yeah, because he doesn't want any. What a stupid moron. What an idiotic thing. You claim to be intelligent? Vinnie Vincent. No amount of evidence will convince an idiot. Well, that's true. It didn't convince you. He's even lost his entertainment value. Good. Then you won't be watching any of my videos anymore. That's a beautiful thing. Now, we got ex-JWC Son of Ra. This is MKT in another name here. Facts. I'm just here to collect the remains. He has already been body bagged on YouTube. Even his fellow brothers and sisters don't like his content. My fellow brothers and sisters don't come to this channel, you idiot. They don't come to YouTube. Jehovah God and I do not approve his stupid videos. This is one who calls himself Jehovah God. He's a complete disgrace to me and the entire YouTube community. I'm a disgrace to the YouTube community? You better believe it. To the apostate community? I absolutely am. I'm a disgrace to them. Yep. Jesus was a disgrace to the apostates too. They called him Satan and a lot of other names. King of Faders 6 hours ago. Okay? Now, you know why I'm here. I just came here to say I love those 8 dear, sweet, adorable, delectable, glorious, humble brothers in Warwick. Good for you. They want to mock me and they want to do all kinds of certain things about me, say everything about me, but they don't get it. Now here's a letter from Watchtower dated December 24th, 1992. Now, you got a screenshot of this letter, and I hope you can blow it up and get what it really says here. But I got to put my glasses on because the print is too small here for me. And it reads, Dear brothers, we received your letter of December 17th. Dear brothers, we received your letter December 17th in which you inquire about handling a situation involving a brother who has been guilty of serious violations of the law in the past. You explained that you have received information indicating that this brother committed several murders or crimes before his baptism. You ask if Florida law obliges some action on our part. Florida law enforcement authorities have no knowledge of this matter. Well, I'm sure the Florida authorities have knowledge. They can run a test on this guy. But this was before the guy was baptized. Don't forget, the Apostle Paul committed murders before he was made an apostle. David killed Uriah for his wife, murdered him. He sent a note with Uriah up to Joab, who was the general, and told Joab to put Uriah out in front and then slowly retreat from him so he would be killed. Yeah, David the king did that. Jesus' forefather. I didn't kill anybody's wife or husband to get a wife. Come on. You morons can't be that stupid. God forgives in a big way. Anyways, this goes on. As elders, this was from elders, you have no obligation to reveal information of this type to the authorities. Any information that you have obtained while fulfilling your duties as elders is strictly confidential. What he does about paying his debt to society is largely up to him and his conscience. Since he is apparently a fugitive from the law, he obviously would not qualify for any extra privileges or service in the congregation. You state that you have one report of his smoking marijuana with his co-workers, which may have been after his baptism. We assume that is the reason that you feel a need to meet with him. Since he is a dedicated brother and he is presently attending the meetings, there is a need to investigate, to determine if some type of congregational action is necessary. Likely, the best approach is to arrange for two elders to talk to him informally, to make some discreet inquiries about his current conduct. If there appears to be substantial evidence of serious wrongdoing, then a committee should be formed to hear the case. As we believe you understand, it is imperative that the elders maintain strict confidentiality about his past. If the elders inadvertently renew or reveal his past wrongdoing, undoubtedly it will result in major repercussions to him and his wife. So handling this case calls for good judgment and discernment. We trust you brothers can handle things appropriately. Write to us again if you need further direction. We pray Jehovah's direction as you endeavor to fulfill your weighty responsibilities as shepherds of the flock. We need your, we send our warm Christian love. So let's look at this letter for a minute. Let's go through paragraph by paragraph. We received your letter of December 17th in which you inquire about handling a situation involving a brother who has been guilty of serious violations of the law in the past. Now, it doesn't say that the brother is a fugitive from the law. If the brother was a fugitive from the law, and they knew he was a fugitive from the law, they would be required to turn him in. But the best thing to handle it would be to go to the brother and say, look, you need to go turn yourself in and do your crime. Do your penance for your crimes. You explained, and this is the next paragraph, you explained that you have received information indicating that this brother committed several murders and crimes before his baptism. You ask if Florida law obligates some action on our part. Florida law enforcement authorities have no knowledge of this matter. Well, how do you know that? How would they know that? And he's not a fugitive from justice. See, if he comes in and he commits, it's the same thing that I've been trying to tell you idiots. If a man comes into a police station and says, my neighbor committed a murder, I saw him with my own eyes, I saw him commit the murder. So they go investigate, they go to the man, the neighbor. They don't find a body, they don't find any blood, they don't find any corroborating evidence, the guy denies it. What do you think the authorities are going to do? Exactly what the brothers were instructed to do here. Nothing. Without corroborating evidence, there's nothing anybody can do in this subject. So, Mr. MKT, you're an idiot. This letter proves nothing. We don't even know. It's not even clear if the guy already went to prison for these crimes. There's nowhere in this letter where it says that this guy wasn't apprehended and that he's a fugitive. It says the authorities don't even know about him. It's not the brothers. They're not policemen. They're not forensic scientists. You have to remember something if you look at that paragraph. If you look at these paragraphs, they don't know anything. Who told him that this brother was a murderer? See, there's not enough evidence here to draw a complete line on what this guy did or didn't do. There's not any evidence here. There's no evidence here that this guy committed any letter. This is merely an inquiry letter. And I agree with this letter. I agree wholeheartedly with it. But if they knew for a fact that this guy committed a murder, knew for a fact, now I don't care if he admitted it, I'm talking about with another witness, evidence, then they would necessarily have to take precautions. But there is no other witness. There's nothing. I agree with this letter. I agree with this letter and what the faithful and discreet slave says. And so will any court. Because they have no proof that this guy did anything. There's no proof at all. Now, I would go to this guy, sit down with him, like they said, sit down with this guy, find out. This is what the instruction is. Sit down with this guy, find out. If he does admit that he committed the murders, then send him to the authorities. Tell him, say, you need to go and take care of this matter. But even if he doesn't, there's no gross sin there. Because, see, there's no second witness. There's no evidence. Now, if you took that to court, if the brothers went and took it to court and they says, look, this guy told us he committed a murder, the authorities would say, where's the body? Where's the weapon? Where's the motive? Nothing, nothing, nothing. The authorities would not take the case anyways. So, MKT, you're punked again. Your letters mean nothing. The letter about April something 2014, that's just a letter by some apostate moron. There's no proof. You have not provided any proof that anything happened. Nothing at all. Get a life. Stop selling crack to kids. And stop making videos that make you appear like you're an imbecile. Idiot.